Oh shit, we don't have a theme song.
Oh shit, you're right. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, like, do we have time to buy something?
No, we just have to riff.
We're gonna just riff it?
Oh shit, it's the Nostalgic Front, a podcast from Patrick and Ream. We like movies, TV, and games, junk food, juice boxes, forgotten things.
Oh wow, that was adequate.
Yeah, that was, like, pretty good.
Yeah, are we just gonna use it for every episode?
I think we should. I think we have to.
Thank you for listening to the Nostalgic Front. I'm Patrick Hasty.
And I am Brandon Ream.
How is it going, Brandon?
Oh, it's great, man. It's going good.
Going good?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You got some coffee?
Yeah, dude. Well,
Yeah?
that's standard issue, man.
What?
It's not even...
What brand is it? What do you make? What kind of coffee do you make?
Oh,
It's just the morning and you don't need
I don't know the
decaffeinated for
That-
two.
That is good advertising, though, man. I
What?
knew as a kid I was going to fucking
Yeah.
grow up to drink Folgers.
Yeah.
And also, just that sound of coffee pouring out. Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of
You
sounds like
know?
somebody pissing.
And I don't even like the smell of it. I've just been conditioned to hold every cup of coffee in front of my face and go, Peter? That's Peter coming home.
Oh, from Iraq.
No.
And it's like...
It's just Christmas.
isn't it Cuba Gooding Jr.?
No.
I think we talked about
Maybe
this
they
on another
updated
episode.
it. Did they have a modern day remake?
Yeah, he drinks her coffee and goes, show me the money.
God, it's like they don't even have new ideas anymore. They have to fucking remake everything.
Yeah, fuckers.
You know?
Fuckers into nostalgia.
Also, remember when Folgers had the metal can? We never...
Well,
we got tearaway foil lids now.
The reason I asked it to you.
But we don't get to hear the vacuum seal of a can opener going into a fucking thing of Folgers and, you know?
Well, if you want that sound, I'm sure it's on Spotify. Yes, sir. That's your playlist now. Is just listening.
Speaking
to
of
cans
vacuums, isn't it weird people say nothing's in a vacuum? But I got like a see-through chamber in my vacuum. And there's a whole bunch of shit in
Yeah,
there.
a bunch of dirt
Just
and dust.
flying around.
Yeah, rocks.
Plenty of stuff in a vacuum.
Well, I guess the reason
There's nothing in a brand new vacuum.
I brought up coffee was because I just started bought a new brand, Lavazzo. You ever had this stuff? Laziavo. You know what this is? It's the coffee they sell. Because I you know me, I'm addicted to iced coffees. And I'm trying to get out of buying coffees every morning because they're wasting the plastic.
Oh, yeah.
So I just started, all the coffee shops I went to, I asked them what coffees they make, you know? And then I just went online and bought that. And so now I have coffee at home that's like really good, but I don't know if it works yet. I haven't tried it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I was
Isn't it
curious what
funny
you
that
use.
you use coffee to help get you through the grind?
Jesus.
But
Keep it. Finish it.
but you have to grind coffee to
Yeah.
help you through the grind?
Yeah, buddy.
Like, where's coffee's coffee? Anyways, you want to know what old shit I've been up
I feel
to?
like this is one of those ones we could scrap and start again. Yeah, what have you been up to?
Oh, they got this new video game.
Oh, what is it? Tell me about it.
It's old video game too. It's Bloodstained.
Bloodstained.
Yeah.
Now, it's a new game,
It's a new game.
but it plays like an old game.
It's pretty much Castlevania for NES.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But I think like the Shovel Knight folks made it with the dude that made Castlevania.
The original Castlevania people.
Yeah. And
Cool.
I've been playing it all weekend. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I'm stuck on a boss, as you do.
That sucks.
It's making me hate the game now. But
Damn.
one day I'll beat that boss and I'll be happy.
Now, listeners know I like games. I've had my thing. But what's interesting to me is, so I played these Spyro games, right? And I'm still hooked on them. I'm in Spyro 3. I'm about 55% done. But what I found is I literally got
Do you use
better.
anything to chart your skills at Spyro? Like how you got better? Like maybe...
Spirograph?
Yeah.
They do it all for me.
Okay.
But what I like about it is that I'm not familiar with the game, so there's no aspect of this that I'm used to where like I literally get better, and then when I get better, I'm like, oh, well, I can now go back and beat those other things faster because I'm better. It like teaches me to get better as you go.
Yeah.
Which is great, except for Spyro 3. This fucker is hard as shit.
That's platformers for you, brother. You got to
Yeah.
learn it one frame at a time.
I've never really got into it, but I'm having fun with that. Also, still watching that Future Man show. I think I talked about it last week,
Yeah.
but I'm deep into it. And it's so good. I still really enjoy it. And then I also, talking about old stuff, I watched that fucking Ted Bundy documentary. You see that on Netflix? This bad motherfucker, he killed a bunch of people, and they made a thing about him. You know anything about that?
Yeah. It's been all over. Everybody's got their hot take this week.
Everybody's talking about it. It's crazy because you hear things like, you pick up stuff from pop
Couldn't have
culture.
been that hot. He's 5'9".
Yeah. I think it's funny they're romanticizing him, He's a monster. I mean, being a Republican and all. But goddamn, yeah.
Glad we got both of our little takes.
Our tweets in from the afternoon. Yeah, that's fun. But yeah, I've been watching that. And then also, I guess we should say today, as we're recording, this is the Super Bowl
It is.
day. Do you give a fuck this
Yeah.
year? You do. I don't. Can't at all. Can't give a shit at all.
It's a cultural touchstone. We get to see Maroon 5.
Finally. I've been waiting.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to peek either. I've never seen any of them before today.
Oh, they've peaked.
Oh, boy, yeah.
They'll-
And
they-
you will be loved. Did you like any
I don't
Maroon
think they're
5?
going to turn me, but I do know halftime show turned me on to Gaga a few years ago.
Yeah. You really
like-
you went Gaga for Gaga.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. Now she's A Star Is Born. Did you see that movie?
Which one?
A Star Is Born.
Which one?
The new one, the one with Lady Gaga. That's why I brought it up.
I would. I'd watch it. 100%.
Yeah, I would too. I haven't. I want to wait till it's on like HBO Go or something.
They've been that movie and Bohemian Rhapsody have been lingering at the theater forever, and I've almost gone. Just 'cause I always like going, but
I didn't see any of those. I saw Ant-Man versus the Wasp.
Yeah,
or Ant-Man and the Wasp. Loved it.
That movie had a lot of buzz.
Fucking loved it. Can't believe that I didn't see it in the theater. I get it. And also, they never really spell out why she's the Wasp. They never are like, oh, yeah, she fell in a pit of wasps.
And where the hell's Blackie Lawless?
Who's Blackie Lawless?
He's the lead singer of Wasp.
Oh, sure, yeah. But they are all white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, though, so that makes sense. That's right there.
Should we get this fucker started?
I think we should.
Ads?
I feel like we start. Ironically, the coffee talk is the fucking part that was a drain.
Coffee talk.
Oh, God, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I did. Okay, this is retro. I'll tell you this real quick. I did a set last night, and I have a joke where I say
not that retro. It was only last night.
I have a joke where I say the line, I talk about this old man, and I say the line, lay off me, I'm finding myself. But in the middle of the joke, I go, lay off me, and then my brain wanted to say, I'm starving, which is a Saturday Night Live reference, right?
Yeah.
But so then my brain tricked me, but then when I realized you almost fucking said a line from Saturday Night Live, I started to laugh. And then I was like, oh, no, you're in the middle of a stand-up performance. You have to get out of this. And so when you watch the video, it's like, lay off me, I'm finding myself. And it just looks so fucking stupid. But I like that Saturday Night Live's just up there living in my fucking skull, ruining stand-up for me,
Ruining stand-up, making bad jokes.
Yeah. Goddamn, let's take a break. We have a great sponsor. We'll be right back with our guest. Hey, NFers, we have a sponsor on the podcast this week.
Today's episode is brought to you by
the podcast that is sweeping the nation, Dogs I Saw.
Oh, you mean the podcast that is created by our old Des Moines friends, Mark Van Onen, Travis Chernus, and occasionally Will Frazier?
You got it, buddy. Those two sacks of shit, and occasionally Will, have a wonderful show dedicated to the excitement and joy you feel when you get to see a dog.
Christianity is dedicated to the excitement and joy you feel when you get to see a god.
What a weird thing to say.
Where can you find this podcast?
You can get it on iTunes, Podomatic, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And then give them a like on Facebook at Dogs I Saw Pod and tell them Patrick and Ream sent you.
All right, let's get back to the show.
Okay.
And we're back. Ooh, what a great sponsor on the show today.
Hell yeah. Cha-ching, baby.
Bing, 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 $5. You can do it yourself, too, if you want. Just send us the money. Also, speaking of commercials, we have a commercial now.
Yeah.
So if you're a listener and you got a great podcast, send us a fucking email. We'll send you our commercial. You send it. Well, it's a gig culture. Speaking of gig culture, we've got a fantastic stand-up comedian on the show today. You guys know him. He's a writer for The Hard Times and also editor-in-chief of Hard Drive. He's the creator of Lizard People of New York on Facebook, which has hundreds of thousands of followers. A very funny Facebook group. And he's also the co-host of a new podcast called the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, where they're going through the Super Mario Brothers. Listen, if you're a listener of the show, if you're an NFer, pause now, go subscribe to that one, come back. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our friend, Jeremy Kaplowitz.
Clap, 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 clap.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Was it fun watching a spiral trying to connect over coffee?
No, Spyro.
Spyro over coffee, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got real quick before we get into the show.
Yeah, what's up?
Mario.
Mario.
What made you guys fucking do this? Because I the second I saw it, I was on board.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've pitched it to so many people, and all of them were like, I actually don't want to do that. And then I found one person who's like, that's a great idea.
Yeah. But then you were like, maybe I shouldn't hang out with that person anymore.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like starting a podcast in 2019 isn't the thing to do.
Yeah.
But we've gotten to the point where we're going to both watch this show and talk about it anyway, so we might as well put it out into the world.
Record it, and then maybe people send you $100,000 on Patreon. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And we're close. We're at 98 right now.
Hey, we'll push you over. I would be livid if you guys were on episode 3 and at 98,000 on Patreon. But yeah, I think it's so funny. Listen, we've talked in the past how I tried to do a coach podcast. I have a podcast idea that's been in the noggin forever about I wanted to do a call it congratulations on podcast, and it was going to be a Gin Blossoms podcast.
Okay.
And I was going to go through every track because I genuinely love the Gin Blossoms.
Yeah.
And I was going to do every song the Gin Blossoms put out, album by album, in a row, and just kind of loosely discuss them, but then also have a guest on and talk about. And it would always be not really about the Gin Blossoms, but it would just be a conversation. And every couple months, I'm like, I want to do it. And then I'm like, I don't want to do it. And then I literally last week started doing prep. And I was like, maybe I'll just do them and they'll only be 5 minutes long, and it'll be fun. And I started Googling. And I love this band. They're one of my favorite bands. So it wouldn't be it's not irony. It's not let's listen to Limp Bizkit or whatever. But fucking the guy that wrote a lot of their songs died, killed himself because of alcoholism. And then the band got famous afterwards. And it's there's so much sadness at the beginning. I'm
so he won't be a guest.
I can't. Well, for here, yeah. He doesn't even answer emails. The fucking dead motherfucker. But I was like, I can't do it. And so it's but I do. That's what I love because I listen to. What do you listen to? What kind of podcasts do you listen to?
Stuff about stuff.
Yeah, learning stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's the thing that I want to be interested in. So even when it's that Mario or whatever, that's what I'm interested in.
That's why, believe it or not, that's what I kind of bring to this. Is I like those research podcasts.
Yeah. That's why our fun sizes live, is because you do research.
Yeah, most of the podcasts I listen to start with the word stuff and you.
Yeah.
And then Radio Lab and.
Well, Radio Lab's good. Reply All is pretty fun. I don't like comedy podcasts though; they're not for me.
I'm over most of them.
Yeah, me too. Anyways,
not
Jeremy.
This one.
Jeremy, where are you from?
I am from Long Island, New York.
Long Island, Smithtown?
No, I'm from, yes. You got it.
I would be fantastic.
I'm from Valley Stream. I'm 40 minutes out of the city. I live in the shadow of New York City.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, okay, growing up in...
I like the name of Valley Stream. It sounds like it sounds like a product.
It sounds like a ninja, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles level, Alley Stream, 2 a.m.,
people called it V-Town, and I feel like that's a terrible nickname
it
for
really
what's already
is.
a good town.
Wow, that's weird.
It sounds like a town where nobody's putting out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A bunch of fucking virgins.
Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it, Virginity Town?
Yeah, we don't fuck. What about it? You're okay. So growing up there, you have brothers and sisters?
I have a younger sister.
How much younger?
Yeah. She is 3.5 years younger than me.
Okay, so you're kind of close in age.
Yeah.
Did you feel the need to be that brother that hands stuff down?
No.
Pass down music and movies and culture?
Not at all. No,
yeah,
it's
fuck
weird
her,
because,
right? Let her figure it out on herself.
Yeah, exactly. We're very similar people, but have no similar interests.
Oh.
So it's very weird to watch me if I was a sorority girl.
Sure.
Go into clubs.
Yeah, that's
it's
weird.
real weird. We look very similar, and we have the same sense of humor, but I don't think we share a single interest.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I feel that way sometimes with my sister. I'm like, that's what I'd be like if I had 5 fucking kids and was just stressed all the time, Okay, so you're growing up there. How you say it's about how far outside of New York?
It's 40 minutes on the Long Island Road.
So when you were a kid, were you guys in New York City a lot? Did you ever come here?
Yeah.
Cool.
But you have to go through Penn Station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of your experience in New York City is through Penn Station.
Okay,
which is,
okay.
the worst portal
Yeah.
to New York City.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you have to how far is it from Penn Station? Is it's weird.
I did
That's
a show.
where I first showed up at.
Oh yeah, and
I went flew
did you take
into
a bus
Newark.
in? Oh,
and trained it into Penn Station. So that's my first
Yeah.
New York experience was walking out with a nearly dead phone, hoping to make my way to Gideon's.
I did that when I was coming through one time, and I came in. I'd been here already, but I still don't know shit. And I came up, and it was during a Rangers.
Oh yeah.
Playoff game.
That's a lot.
So I come upstairs and there's just thousands of people everywhere, and I'm already stressed, and I got a bag, and I'm like, I fucking, it's just so much.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere else.
And also finding your way through Penn Station.
Yeah.
Like,
and also I'm gonna spend money at that Sbarro. You know what I mean? As soon as I see it, I'm fucking giving him at least $50 for some slices. Goddamn. But so you come in, and then what do? You do field trips here and stuff like that?
As a kid?
Yeah.
Like a little kid? Oh, yeah, we went to we went to like Ellis Island, and we did all the
cool.
like, touristy stuff as a kid.
I like that because sometimes we have guests on the podcast, stuff like that from Long Islanders. A lot of times it's Jersey people too who are like, oh yeah, I live 14 minutes away, never once came to the city ever, weird. And I get it, kinda, but I'm also like, golly, because like back in the Midwest, like we would drive to like Kansas City, it was like 3.5 hours, but we would do that because it's like, well, we want to see something, we want to go to some culture, do a thing,
Yeah. We do
ride a roller coaster.
Do the full list of every somewhat big Midwest town. You go there.
Yeah.
You go to their baseball stadium. You go to their amusement park, and you go to their museum.
You see a world's largest, and you go there.
That's a family vacation, man.
Yeah.
I was like the high school kid at UCB a lot.
That's sure. Yeah. Big comedy nerd, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go back to when you're really little. When you're growing up, you and your sister. Maybe she's not around yet. What was your shit? What kind of a kid were you? What was your
what
were you into? Like, what was your kind of stuff?
Like really young, I was into like Barney, all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
Barney
what was his friend's name? Kid.
Ooh,
he had a lot of
Barney
friends.
and his
I'd
sister.
like to think
or was
Brandon
like
Ream was one of his friends.
we were all
Everybody's
pretty close.
Yeah,
he loved me. I loved him. We were a big whole family. Baby Bop. Is that what I'm thinking about?
I have no idea.
I think he had a sister or a cousin named Baby Bop, and I remember like at the time being like, "That's my shit. I like Baby Bop. Fuck Barney."
Always into like the slightly more alt version.
Baby Bop was like a triceratops, and they're
I
not
think so.
related.
And she was green.
They're not related though. They're
Well,
completely
he
different.
said right there in the song, "We're one big family."
Well, I mean, you get blood is not the conditional fucking thing for family.
Thank you. I'm glad you said it finally. Okay, so you're watching Barney. What about like when you started deciding on what you wanted to do? What was your shit? Like Saturday morning, you're 10 years old. What do you want to watch?
I was super into. I never read comic books, but I was really into like the superhero cartoons, like
Yeah.
the animated series.
Sure.
And, like, I was really into Justice League Unlimited. That was like my shit.
That was great.
So I was born in '93, so
1993.
Yeah, no, 1893.
Sure.
And I loved Justice League Unlimited. That was the one because it was like. They had Justice League, and they had like the 6 Justice League guys, and then Justice League Unlimited. They're like, let's just add 45 members to the Justice League.
And it's good. And I didn't find those because I'm about 10 years older than you, so like I found those later when they got on like Netflix and shit. And so like the fun thing about that was I was just like, aren't these the same fucking show? Like it's just two different.
Right.
I was like, why don't they just combine these? And then because I was watching through Justice League, and then as soon as Unlimited started, I was like, oh fuck, we're just gonna follow Hawk Girl for 9 episodes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was like, man, they've really lost focus of Batman here.
Very little Batman. Like Unlimited.
Oh, we didn't talk about. I want to say this real quick on the air.
Yeah.
Last week's guest on the show we had was Selena Kompic on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Great guest, great episode.
Yo.
Well, just like this one is and gonna be. But we never mentioned. So for the listeners, Selena's cousin is what's his name?
Kevin Conroy.
Fuck. The voice
and
of Batman.
Forgot to even ask her about it.
We knew
beforehand.
We meant to
both
mention
talked to her.
She was like, "Yeah, for sure, I'd love to talk about it."
That's crazy.
And then we just fucking blew past it instead. And so that's almost royalty, on the show,
royalty.
and that is blood.
He was the first
so
guy.
It's family.
First guy to ever have Batman and Bruce Wayne be two distinct, different voices.
And he was he started an animated series, but then he was also in the Justice League was the voice.
Yeah.
And he's been in several of the movies, like the new.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's great.
It's kind of I mean, I'm sure we've gone over it before, but how those 90s superhero cartoons all laid the groundwork for basically the cinema of today. Because Justice League was one of and Spider-Man were both like doing connected universes before they were like real things.
Yeah. What about so if you're a little younger, how did the X-Men cartoon factor in?
I
never got
into
it.
X-Men.
I bet you'd like it now.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of curious, knowing how old you are now, how you got into the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Oh yeah, it's before I was born.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I found that's one of those things where I just like found it online. I've never seen it. My co-host of that show, Mark Roebuck, he's like 35.
Yeah.
So he's seen like a few episodes when it was out, and
Sure.
I've never seen it before.
Now,
because I used to catch that shit every day.
Yeah.
That was my shit.
It's weird how like shows used to. I guess like back then, especially the shows would come out like Monday through Friday.
Mhm.
I can
Yeah,
even
yeah.
imagine if like Game of Thrones came out like
Yeah.
there's like 4 Game of Thrones, and then every 5th day there's like an Essos episode.
Yeah, so
Yes,
are you
yes.
guys, I was wondering that
His
too.
question.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to do a Zelda episode
Yeah.
every 5th
We're
episode
doing every
of the
5th.
podcast?
So once every 5 weeks.
And it's also
Well, excuse me, princess.
it's also
Yeah.
super
Like-
weird too because So there was the Super Mario Super Show, but then there was also the Super Mario Brothers 3 cartoon that started coming out at the same time. So it's
that
like
was Saturday
always...
morning after it came out after a while.
Yeah.
'Cause what was cool about the Super Mario Brothers Super Show is they had both 1 and 2 jammed together into a cohesive world. Yeah. Even though there was no Wart, but everybody that was from Part 2, which are like some of, I mean, weren't made, it's just cool getting those Part 2 characters.
Getting everybody's
because you never get a lot of those characters from Part 2 never come back.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I remember watching it when it was on, loving it, because I was obsessed with Mario at the time. But also being super confused because every once in a while, yes, it'd be a Lego episode, or I mean a Zelda episode. And then every once in a while on my TV, it would just be the other one, the Super Mario Brothers 3 cartoon. Right. And I'm like, why does this look kind of fucked up and stuff?
And then they had Super Mario World cartoon as well.
They did? Yeah, that's right. There was 3.
Yeah, and they introduced a caveman character.
I have a DVD.
Like that's not even in the game. He's just a caveman that runs around with Yoshi.
There's a DVD that my grandma got me when I was like 27 because she was like, thought I was still 5. And it's one of those dollar bin DVDs that's like 5 episodes of Super Mario Super Show, and then also like a handful of episodes of Cops, which we talked. It was like not Cops. Cops the cartoon.
The acronym.
Yeah. And it was
one
of those things.
Crime in a future time.
Yeah.
It's the best theme song.
Yeah.
I only know the theme song.
It's great. And she bought it for me, and I was like, Grandma thinks I'm a little kid. And then I was like, I'm gonna fucking watch this though. You know what? I'm gonna enjoy it. Okay, but we'll get off the plugs for your Super Show.
No, it's okay.
What I want to say though, Justice League and stuff like that. So
also they had great music in Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
They use
have
all
like
the
an original song too for like almost every episode.
And there's an episode where Yoshi gets jumped into a biker gang, so that's really fun. Spoiler, I don't know if you got that part yet.
Weird. It's such a weird show.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, superheroes. You were saying you didn't get into comic books. You grew up poor? Are you poor? Because I love that. If you are, I mean, we're all for that. If you're a poor guy.
Wasn't. I just never got into it. I grew up like middle class.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. You had to keep buying them.
Yeah.
And then plus, you're just getting dropped into the middle of a continuity all the time.
That's what I love about that, just being able to read it all down, listen to it all now and stuff. But I never had comics when I was a kid. I was never around them. They were just that expensive shit you don't touch at the gas station, But I like the X-Men, but I didn't watch the X-Men comic until I was much older and stuff like that. But the Batman the Animated Series, which I mean, it's documented on this podcast. I was like, fuck it, whatever. And then I got so into it in the last like 2 years.
Oh, it's so good.
And the Justice League really was, even though I was in probably like late high school, college when it started, that's like my shit. That's what I want from comics and that universe.
It's so good.
I love all the random. There's that really great episode. We did a whole fun size on it, I think. But there's that great episode where Superman is like stuck on that other planet and just and has to like fight the wolves and shit. I was like, that should have been a movie. That should have been, but
I always wish that they would just like fire the DC people and hire like I think it's Bruce Timm.
Yeah, Bruce Timm and those guys. Yeah, same. Yeah. And if you've ever seen, because obviously I don't know how you feel. Maybe you're a huge fan of them, but the Warner Brothers, the current films, like right. I don't like them. I'm gonna step out on a ledge and say they're not that great. But the Warner Brothers animated, the DC animated universe, I think is pretty fun.
Most of them are really good.
Yeah, and I like the way they do it. Where like
even the new Suicide Squad was good.
It was, and starting like a year ago or so, they started keeping the same same timeline. And so that's cool too. But it's not. It's the same time, so like stuff's referenced, but sometimes it's a completely different director, different voices and everything like that, but the stories are following each other, and so I like that. I think that feels very comic booky to me, in the way that I never got to experience comic books that I think is cool. What about like films and stuff like that? Movies you were watching when you were a kid?
I was really into Wayne's World as a kid. That was like my
excellent
shit.
Party time. Yeah, I love it.
And then like the Wayne's World ripoffs, like I loved like Hot Rod and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They call that a Wayne's World ripoff, but it was like all the kind of same genre of like dumb comedies.
Sure, it's fun that
two beautifully quotable movies as well.
Yeah. Also, Lorne Michaels produced.
Yep.
Lauren's a fan of the show, so we probably try to bring him in every episode. You know what I mean? Yeah. He says he doesn't want to do it, but he's on the Patreon though, so that's good. He gives us $15,000 a week. We're like, it's monthly, and he's like, I'll do it a week. But yeah, I love that. All those movies, the Saturday Night Live movies, like even like The Ladies' Man, which I'm sure has to be the most problematic film to through today's eyes. I loved it.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that I don't want to rewatch to find out if I don't like them anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's great, but I'll never find out if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like pretty much any comedy from the 90s is
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
either have like transphobic or
Right,
Yeah.
right.
something in there.
And
where
it's
you're
fun
just like,
when something. God damn it! I'm not going to be able to pull it, but I did rewatch something recently that was so good and didn't. It was one of those kind of films. God damn it! But it literally it was that feeling where I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, and then I was like, we did it! Oh, I was taking. I was like, I was right. You know, it was like, oh fuck, I love it. Yeah, all those movies. So were you? So Wayne? So you big comedies then? Sounds like
Yeah.
that was all your shit.
A little bit, yeah. I feel like we had like a DVD player in our car.
Mm-hmm. Oh hell
and,
yeah!
'cause my dad is like a real nerd about like tech stuff. So
Mhm.
he like hooked up this big DVD player, and like for me, like the movies I watched over and over again were like the movies that just happened to be in our car.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a lot of like it just happened to be that like Wayne's World, Shrek, and
Sure.
Dodgeball.
I feel
are
like-
the movies I've seen more
Yeah.
than anything else. In
I've
the
seen
world.
all those movies more than 5 times.
I don't think I've ever seen a DVD player in a car not playing Shrek.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's like part of it.
They
you
were
know?
like right at the same time.
yeah. I think I
You
think
know how many times I was stuck behind a car?
yeah.
And I'm like,
Ward
Exactly.
Farquaad,
you
You're
know?
like, oh, it's the one with Puss in Boots. Cool.
yeah, I will master the stage.
Yeah. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure Dodge Vans are like executive producer on most of the Shrek films.
Yeah, I've seen Shrek so many times. I feel like I would like go to school for 20 minutes and I'd just watch like whatever 20-minute segment of Shrek I was on.
Yeah, and what's funny now because I never had that experience as a kid watching stuff in the car or anything like that. But literally, like in the last couple months, I've done that on the train now because you can download your Netflix onto your
Yeah.
phone. And so now it's fun when I go to work. I'll go to work in the morning sometimes. Like I just last week watched the Indiana Jones movies, all 3 of them.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's like, I walk to the train. It's like whatever, 8-minute walk. I get on the train. It's a 40-minute trip to work. And then I just watch 40 minutes of Indiana Jones. I get to work and I feel like, oh, hey, this was great. You know,
Yeah.
it was like nothing.
I've been
like
way
we-
behind on all of the shows. That
Yeah,
people
yeah,
binge
yeah,
watch.
yeah.
And then you can burn through these TV shows, 20-minute ride
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a train. And I'm a week later, and I'm through a season of BoJack.
For sure, yeah, I love it. I wish that the only thing, and maybe I'm just too stupid to fucking figure it out, but I've been watching a lot of Hulu, like that for Future Man. You
Yeah.
can't download
Yeah.
that. And I can't spend the data, you know?
Right.
And so I find myself rewatching like Netflix stuff because they give me the opportunity to download. You know? Hulu, if you're listening, figure your shit out.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Hulu, more like Wailu. Why lose all that money you could make by letting
Yeah.
people download?
Yeah. Why Lou?
Why,
Oh, I love it. Were you so you a big Shrek head then?
yeah.
Because that's cool. Because that's like I loved it. It came out when I was in high school, and it was
Yeah.
one of the. What year did it come out? Do you know?
02?
Oh,
Yeah,
two.
it's been early thousands.
Right after the towers.
Very influenced by
Yeah.
it, too, of course.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Shrek was originally supposed to be voiced by one of the towers. That's why he looks the way he looks.
What'd you call Chris Farley?
I called him the Twin Towers. Yeah.
That's not nice.
Shrek was one of the first DVDs I bought, and I just because it was like
Yeah.
so great, and
It was huge.
and I watched it all the time. Joe Dirt, like that's one of those things that I feel like getting a DVD player as a middle schooler or high school student was.
I feel like Shrek changed the game as it was like the first kids family film
Yeah.
that also just went straight for comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like also it's like we're going to have a decent amount of jokes that are only for the adults.
Yes. Oh,
Like
that was
Lord Farquaad.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
also, how is John fucking...
Cleese? No, John.
I keep wanting to say Lovitz, but
Is
I
it
know.
the guy? Is it the guy from 30 Rock?
It's not Lovitz, it's not Larroquette, and it's from 30 Rock.
The guy,
and it's
John-
fucking killing me.
The fellow from 30 Rock. He's the lead
Harry
guy.
and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
I don't know.
John. God. Where Leif?
He's letting me down.
Hey, Leif, where the fuck are you, buddy? I'll look it up.
Lithgow.
You keep talking. Lithgow.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. I'm better than that.
Well,
I
that
am-
coffee needs to kick in. You got to
I am-
switch to the Lazario or whatever the fuck it is.
He's also in the new Pet Cemetery.
Thank you.
John Lithgow.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyways, he's fucking great in
He's
that.
so good.
Everybody's great in that.
Yeah. It's great. Good movie.
Yeah, it's
But it
weird.
was the first to like really just
Go
bring,
for it.
bring the jokes, man.
and in a different way that like Toy Story was great, and adults and children love Toy Story and stuff like that. But yeah, Shrek was doing it in a different way, and it really was jokes, which is why I was so. I mean, maybe it was dumb for me to be
it was
psyched.
Eddie Murphy's first funny movie in like a fucking decade.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought Showtime had some laughs. Bowfinger was pretty good. I think you're incorrect in that assessment. Maybe we should go back and listen to our Eddie's. Funniest, for sure.
There.
I guess those Nutty Professor movies aren't that good, huh? The thing with it was I was really let down when like Shrek 4 came out or something.
There's a lot of them.
Because I was like, I thought 1 and 2 are good and had a lot of great jokes in them, and I really thought they kept. And I was it must have been Shrek 3 then, but I was like, this feels bad.
One that kind of sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
Shrek Ever After wasn't bad.
Is that the last one?
Yeah,
Myers in
the
all
fourth
of them?
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he in all of them? Mike
Who?
Myers?
Yeah.
Mike Myers. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's not gonna
It'd be
turn,
so funny if in
he's
one
not
of
going
them
to turn
They
that
switch
paycheck down. They all are.
they switch it to the Bart Simpson guy, like the Aladdin movie did.
It's one of the first franchises to do a spin-off film too, with Puss.
Oh yeah,
Boots.
Puss in Boots. Yeah. What do you mean one of the first? Did you know? You guys know about this?
Well, now they're all over the place.
The Mummy.
I can't think of very many other.
There's the Mummy.
Oh yeah.
There's the Mummy Returns, and then there's the Scorpion King. And now there's 8 Scorpion King direct-to-DVD sequels.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck
Randy
does that stuff
Couture
happen?
and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's so weird. I think sometimes people just make movies and they're like, nah, we're just going to call it a Scorpion King. And they're like, oh, we actually don't have anything to do
They
with a
made
Scorpion
like
King.
8 direct-video sequels of every early rock movie.
Yeah, they're right. Yeah. Were you a big rock head?
No.
Dwayne Johnson?
I wasn't a huge rock. You know, I like the Rock now. I'm obsessed with Fast and Furious now.
Yeah. Oh, are you?
I
Yeah.
need to like retroactively get into those movies.
It's so good.
Because like they were just racing movies.
Yeah, they're not good for a while.
Yeah.
I saw the first one, didn't care for it. They made like 3 other
Yeah.
ones in my head.
Yeah,
they were
of
just
course.
dumb
over.
racing movies. I don't care.
You wouldn't expect the 5th one to be by far the best. in the
And then
series.
all of a sudden, they're superhero movies
Yeah,
with
that's my
giant
hot take.
with giant fucking set pieces
Yeah.
going down and fucking 2-hour-long trailers.
And if you watch
You
them
know,
like comedies,
And then I saw the new.
they're good.
Yeah.
Hobbs and
And
Shaw.
now, can I just start up number 5? And
Yeah, you can, 100%.
okay.
There's the thing that I thought was funny. That was kind of like what you're saying about when people do spinoffs. Is there any other movie? When did Statham show up in those movies?
Statham, okay.
6
so
maybe. I don't know.
Statham shows up in 6. It's revealed. Okay, so here's the
Yeah.
deal with Fast
Let us
and
know.
Give
Furious.
us the deets.
Have you seen them also or no?
I've seen I've seen the first 3.
Okay. So in the third one,
Yeah,
I'm
so,
out.
So we both know nothing.
Once they got
about
great, but
what it's
I've-
really about.
But because I'm in
okay.
comedy, I feel like I've
oh, they're so good.
pulled in a lot of it. You know, I get it. They shoot
Yeah.
a thing at a
In
train.
the third one,
they car fight a
Han.
fucking
he flexes out of a cab.
helicopter.
that's
Yeah.
It's like this is all stuff I love,
Yeah.
but
love it
it's
so
like,
much.
do I have to? No.
Okay, so
So in the third one, Han is the guy. They go to Tokyo, they drift, and Han dies. He's like the
Oh, fuck.
cool dude.
Oh yeah, Han dies in
Han
yeah,
dies
it falls
in the
off
third
the
one.
skyscraper.
The Force
the
Awakens.
people-
His son stabs him. Yeah, I've seen that.
Boy.
Spoiler.
So the character Han from
Yeah.
from Tokyo Drift dies in the third one, and they're like, "We love Han." So
Yeah.
guess what? Fourth movie is going to actually just take place before that, and at the end of the fourth movie, he's like, "You know what? I'm going to head to Japan after this." And the fifth one, they're like, "You know what? We still really like Han, so Han's going to stick around a little bit." And at the end of the fifth one, he's like, "I'm heading to Japan after this." And at the sixth one, they're like, "Just one more Han movie." And at the end of that one, he's like, "Go in," and then it's revealed. They show him dying because his car blows up.
Yeah.
And then it pans out, and Jason Statham's like, "I killed Han," and then he's the villain of the seventh one.
Whoa.
But don't worry, if you're a villain in the Fast and Furious franchise, you end up being a good guy.
Sure.
At some point.
So
It's
okay.
great.
So is there any other franchise you can think of where? So The Rock came in at like 5, right?
Yeah, he comes
Yeah.
in at 5.
Okay.
He's
That
a
was
villain
when-
of 5.
That's when The Rock was just going through saving franchises.
Yeah,
left
yeah.
and right.
Can you think of any other franchise where a character introduced in the 5th film and a character introduced in the 7th film got a spin-off of their own? That's probably going to be... It'd be like if all of a sudden, like, I don't know, one of the rat from the Harry Potter and then, like, Sirius Black get to star in their own picture together. Like,
Yeah.
none of it...
So weird.
It makes no sense.
There's
I love
so much
it.
weird shit in that movie.
It makes me want to watch it all, but for a minute, it was such a thing
Yeah.
that I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to enjoy any of these the way that because people are so into them.
Right.
But then Paul Walker died, and I was like, I think I can get in now. You know?
Well, they do a whole tribute to Paul Walker.
yeah,
at the
I've
end
heard
of the
that song a
seventh
couple
one.
of times. You know,
Yeah.
it'll make you hear that song? Who was it?
Three
Wiz
Doors Down?
Khalifa.
Oh.
Who was it? Khalifa?
Is
I don't
it
know.
Wiz
They
Khalifa?
do a lot of tributes.
You're
I was
right, they
just
do.
guessing.
It's Wiz.
There's a song all about missing him and him being
Yeah.
dead that they put in the song. And then
they
his
had
brothers.
brother
in it.
play
Yeah.
him. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
whole
yeah,
thing.
doesn't Sting join in when they did that at the MTV
Well, it's
Movie
weird.
Awards?
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, Paul Walker's character doesn't die. He just like retires from Fast
Yeah.
and Furiousing and like goes to live on a beach. And then Vin Diesel has a child and names it after Paul Walker's character who didn't die.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's real weird.
That's weird.
Huh.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool that Vin Diesel's in all these car movies, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a big car guy. You know who else is a big car guy? Optimus Prime.
He's also used to be a b-boy.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. You ever seen any of those clips of him all b-boyed out?
No.
With his
That's
Adidas
cool.
and
What's
his
his real
breakdancing?
name? Vincent.
Vincent.
Yeah, but Vincent what? It can't be Diesel. Is it like Vincent
might be.
DeStagio or something? And
Maybe.
Is he from? Where's he from? He's from
Maybe it's
know.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Smithtown? Huh?
Maybe it's Vincent D'Onofrio.
It might be. He might
but
be.
he couldn't use that name
Vincent
because of the guild.
Vincent DeZeziel? I don't know. But I love that you. Okay, so when did you get into those?
Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Oh, a
Like,
friend
did
of
you
mine-
know the originals and then,
No.
but you got in once it was
a friend
fun?
of mine dragged me to the fourth movie in theaters. And I was
Drag
like, I
race?
guess
And you
I'll
hadn't
see
seen
it.
any of them?
No, I'd never seen any of them. And I was like, this movie's crazy. And then I went back. I was really sick one day.
Yeah.
And I just like had the box set for the first three. And I watched those and was like, these are real bad.
Yeah.
And then the fifth one came out and it ruled. And I just, from there, it's like, it's all
It's so,
easy
yeah.
racing.
Such a weird thing. I saw. I've talked about this on the show, but I saw the night I saw the first one. I was in high school. I was 16 when the first movie came out, and we went and saw it, and we were like fucking ready. We're like, this is odd. And so I was
They
driving.
got the fucking the digital scenes, right? Of
Yeah.
The nitrous entering the gas
yeah,
tank.
and I had.
And it like he punches the gas and then it goes into
Yeah.
the gas and you get to see how
Yeah.
an automobile works.
Yeah, you're
It's
gonna
so
see a
cool.
carburetor. What? But so that night, I was with my high school girlfriend and two of my friends were in the backseat, and we were driving a Suzuki Sidekick, which is like an SUV made of like tinfoil, basically. And I was driving like 100, like on a stretch, and my back left tire fell off. It just came off, and so the back left tire comes off. The car goes.
Good thing
and
you weren't racing for slips.
Oh yeah, I would have lost it all. But like what's the part the wheel goes on?
Axle?
Axle is just
Or the road.
dragging,
Oh, no.
just shooting sparks and fire behind me.
Awesome.
I'm still going like 100 because I'm just trying to slow down, and everybody in the car is screaming. And then there's just a moment of like somberness as the tire passes us and just keeps going like 100 miles per hour down the road, and it was intense. And then because of that, I didn't watch the others forever. I was like, that movie makes me do bad things.
Well, now if you watch them, you'd be stopping terrorists.
For sure.
Because
Well-
that movie's not about cars really anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not really about the Furious either.
No, it's
No.
not.
It's actually they're all pretty good. I like that. Were you big into action films like that before? Like,
I mean, I
You
like
ever-
action films.
Yeah.
It's fun watching. Like, those, their whole thing is, like, I think around the fifth one they figured out that they're not good movies, so they're just like, let's just go crazy.
and
So those
do
are
like
fun
the
'cause they're
wildest
just-
shit.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like, let's just do the craziest shit we can think of.
Too many movies give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know? That's
agree.
why, like,
That's your shit. You like a movie that doesn't care.
yeah, man.
I get
We got
tied up
too
in-
much of that fucking plot hole culture.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
cinema sin turds running around.
Those are the worst.
yeah.
I hate cinema.
That just can't just like enjoy a freaking movie and they have to pick everything apart where it's like, sometimes they do that shit for like shorthand reasons.
Yeah.
So you don't have to explain it or
Yeah.
A thing
know?
that did always bug me in films though was, and this is small, but I always thought it was funny in a movie where it'd be like the middle of the night and then all of a sudden it's just fucking day out, but like 10 minutes
that
had
is always
happened.
really weird.
Yeah.
I always there's a scene in Harold and Kumar where you're like, wait a minute, this whole fucking thing took
You know
place
what-
at 6 a.m. I
You know
didn't
what
know
always
that.
gets me in movies is fucking countdowns for a bomb.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm like, it has been 3 minutes and this bomb
Yeah.
hasn't blown up yet. I started my timer.
Yeah.
I synchronized with the bomb. Fucking Rogue One, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
in Rogue One?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, at the end of the movie.
It's a great plot device.
But then again,
So
maybe
I
time and-
can't knock them.
Time and space might be different. That was
Time
a
and-
long time ago in a
Time and
galaxy far away.
Spaceballs.
Time and Spaceballs. Okay, so what are you into any other franchises? I mean, of course you love the Fast and the Furious and the Shreks, but like, were you a Star Wars? Were you a Lord of the
yeah.
Rings? What was your,
I like both of those, Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. My dad was really into that shit, so he
Yeah.
passed that stuff
You
on
should get
me.
your dad on the show. He sounds like a great guy.
really.
What's his name?
Jed.
Jed. Oh, are you
Gotta get
kidding
Jed
me?
on the
Love
show.
it. Jed is great.
Constantly tells me he's funnier than me.
Oh, I love it. Jed and Jeremy.
Yeah, man.
What's your sister's name?
Renee.
I didn't see that.
Not as
coming.
good.
That was gonna be.
It
That was
really
gonna be
should've been a
Jebra.
Janet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were like in high school when the first phase of like the Marvel movies
Ooh.
were coming around.
And the early
shit.
Star Wars too. My grandma works in she used to work in like film distribution.
Oh, wow.
So she used to get us. I have no connections in any like industry at all.
Yeah.
But she would get us early tickets to stuff. So I saw.
Oh, cool.
What was it? The episode 2 of Star Wars.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, before it came out.
Cool.
And it was like, but I was like
You were let down before anybody else.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But I didn't know it was bad.
Nobody
yet.
was
Yeah,
let,
totally.
nobody
Yeah,
was
yeah,
let
yeah.
down.
Me neither. I know.
Until like a few years later. When
Yeah.
it was just like.
Like, I was too young to know it was bad.
Yeah. That,
So-
well, and also
I was too hyped to know it was
Yeah.
bad.
I was like,
so.
oh shit, Yoda's doing flips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sweet.
That's an interesting thing that I think about for your generation a lot, especially your generation of people who get into Star Wars who really like it.
Right.
Because you don't like they're not bad. The prequels aren't bad to you. They're your Star Wars,
Right.
and that's the way it should be. You know what I mean?
They're pretty rough.
You
But
can be you can be like, but like I'm such a big apologist to all that kind of stuff. Like I've said, I loved them.
Right.
I loved those three movies, and I forgave all of their flaws and things. And like until the second they announced they were making another set of three movies,
yeah.
then I was like, cool. That's not all I got. I can fucking make judgments now.
You know what I like as
yeah.
a kid? Did you ever watch the Clone Wars
Cartoon?
I never watched like the newer cartoon, but the earlier
The
one.
cartoon one, the one that's like drawn.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
by the Samurai Jack dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
Slash
really good.
Hotel Transylvania
Yeah.
guy.
I really
George.
like that.
That one was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that. The only thing was, and this has been my problem with all of the Clone Wars, even though I love, now I've gone back and rewatched all the Clone Wars, and I really liked Rogue, or what's it called? Rogue Squad? No, what's it?
Rogue One?
No, what's the series? Rebels.
Yeah.
Rebels.
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
like
yeah.
it. But of the Star Wars world and universe, the Clone Wars is what I am the least interested in.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
shit.
I don't care about Anakin. I don't care about any of that.
Yeah, no
so
one
it's kind
cares.
of like,
Which is kind of funny.
I'll
'cause
watch it, but
back in the day, the Clone Wars was all I could think about.
before it was
when
anything
it was
there.
just, when it was just, that's all, that's kind of speaks
Oh,
to like,
Obi-Wan referencing it?
that kind of speaks to like one of the things that kind of sucks about Star Wars is they go full on Matrix architect on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Where like I don't need to know this stuff. I mean, I'll watch it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I love Star Wars, but like the Clone Wars, when it's just a half a sentence
Yeah.
that Obi-Wan Kenobi mentions in A
Yeah.
New Hope,
Mhm.
and he's like, I fought with your father in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
That's all we got from the Clone Wars?
Yeah.
My little fucking brain was going.
Yeah. The Clone
Like,
Wars, they could never.
Clone Wars could be the coolest thing ever.
They could make 20 series of a
Yeah.
cartoon, and that's not going to equal what you were thinking.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That being said, I am looking forward to the new season
too.
of the Clone
I
Wars.
can't
I'm
wait.
going to watch the fuck out of it.
As much as I'll make fun of anything, I'll still be the first person to
Me
see
too.
it all.
We talk about that would we because like I really loved The Last Jedi. And we were stoked. We went and saw it together, like opening day and everything like that. And then I was like, I don't care about Solo, whatever. I mean, that's fine. I'll see it, whatever. And then I literally saw it at like 4 p.m. the day before the official release at a fan event. And I was like, okay, I'll see it. You know, like it's
I'm
so
not gonna
weird
not.
about that stuff.
I
Yeah.
hate the DC superhero movies. I've seen every one of them in theaters.
Have you?
Oh,
That's
I go to all
You go to
big
everything,
dumb
though.
movies like
Yeah.
that, especially if it's a superhero one that's
Yeah.
going to enter like the public like online
Lexicon.
our zeitgeist for
Yes,
like a couple
exactly.
weeks.
yeah.
I don't want to miss out on being like, yeah, that it was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
You know, or
Well,
to
that's
have-
literally how I feel. Like I mentioned at the top, I didn't see Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I no, like I could not tell you why I didn't see it in the theater. There's no reason. Maybe it was because I was on the road and I just didn't get the opportunity. But like, it was so good. I loved the first one. I think it's great. I just missed it. But I'm like, well, I fucking saw so many of these movies
Yeah.
that I didn't. The Marvel ones that I didn't love in the theater. I don't see the DC. I saw Batman and the Justice League one in the theaters, and both of them really bummed me out so much. I'm not.
I think
They're
one of
real
the
bad.
things that drives these movies too is the fact that every single person going into the movie
Yeah.
has their own idea of how they want this movie
Yeah.
to be made. So then everybody gets done watching it, you know, because everybody, for the most part, all of these movies are being made with characters with like a lot of like emotional investment for and like fandom behind them. So anytime the movie gets made, there's also going to be I love it, I hate it. Just like everybody has something to say, and then they just keep feeding into this big giant beast of like modern nerd culture with like the internet that burns on these movies, and then we get the trailers that we're hyped for, and everybody's like
teasers for the trailers.
oh yeah, and the ads for the trailers
So
before
weird.
being like, oh, I can't wait till Friday to get to see that new Avengers 4 trailer.
Yeah.
And then you watch the 10-minute clip on YouTube where they're
They
like,
break it down.
yeah,
Everything
they're like-
broken down.
they're
Yeah.
like, well, we think right here, if you can see from behind, that looks like somebody holding a bow, and I think that's Ronin. So we're gonna have Ronin. And
That's why, and it's a funny thing too, because that 100% with Star Wars, with any of the Super hero movies, you are going into it with so much backstory. But then in the same way, when I see a trailer for like that, what was that new Peter Jackson thing where like the city moved around,
Mortal Engines.
Yeah, I saw that trailer and I was like, this looks like it sucks shit through a straw. I'm not going to watch this fucking thing, But like, and I think it's from a series of books or something.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not giving anything new a goddamn try either, It's like you shit on people for taking risks, shit on people for fucking up stuff I like.
It is funny seeing just how many like big scope sci-fi movies they've thrown out there.
What was the one with Channing Tatum where he had the fucked up ears? And
Jupiter Ascending.
He's a dog in that movie.
Yeah.
He's like Jupiter Ascending.
And Mila Kunis.
Yeah, and then we had Valerian in the Lost Cities.
Oh, yeah. I keep thinking those are the same movie. What was is Valerian the one with the girl that is she's like a model, Claire something?
Maybe.
And it like the first 20 minutes are just a hallway where all these different aliens keep walking into this hallway to talk to them, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
So weird.
It's it was weird, but it was bright. I don't know. I didn't give a fuck about Avatar either, and everybody was like, it looks so good. And
now there's 8 movies they're working on now.
They're saying that. Who's that for? It's like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Like, who's like on the edge of their seat jizzing for a goddamn
I can't believe those pirates. That last one still made a shitload of money.
Did it really?
Yeah.
People like pirates, man. They do it worldwide. You know?
Yeah, in other countries I get it because those fuckers
of those
are
movies
weird.
that they just crank out because they know they're gonna sell overseas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy how that's like affecting movies now.
Yeah, of course pirate movies work overseas.
Yeah, and they also I get it. Well, the sales are great, no.
I heard they're gonna make a edgier Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gonna be rated I'm so fucking sorry.
Yeah, that's great.
I know that's out there. I don't care.
That's your reel right there.
Bad joke.
It's weird though because I do get stoked. I like a series. I like being on the. I watched a little bit of Harry Potter yesterday. Of one of the third ones. It was one of the. I think it's the one where the fella that was in the Twilight movies is in it.
Oh sure,
you know what I'm talking about? That guy's in it, and then he dies.
6 or 7.
Yeah, and I watched that, and it's the first time Voldemort shows up, and you really see that fucker, and you're like, this is what that guy fucking looks like. Like he's the scariest person in this universe.
So they're dealing with.
He looks like shit. His nose is all fucking weird.
They're dealing with the failing spin-off there.
Oh,
Fantastic Beasts that might not.
But
keep
people,
going.
I think though, I don't know for sure, but I think the Harry Potter fans are still into that.
Are
like
they?
I think I don't know, but I think so
That's
because
not what I'm hearing. I heard it did really bad.
Maybe I don't know. It didn't help that they fucking had Depp in it, and that guy, he can be as a piece of shit all he wants and just keeps getting work, so that's fun,
Mm-hmm.
But I saw the first one of those in the theater because my wife loves Harry Potter. And I was like, I have no interest in this, and I'm not.
Throw some new kids into the school.
Yes. Also, pretty soon they're going to be old enough to play themselves. I would love it if there's just like I want to see Daniel Radcliffe at 38 trying to play a pissed off Harry, screaming at Ginny Weasley, They're like, I didn't cheat on you. It was emotional cheating isn't cheating, Something like that would be great.
Oh, yeah, so that was like your franchise too then.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or
your
I read
friends?
some of those books.
You read the
next to
books?
it, man.
People were obsessed with the books when I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. What about Glee? You fuckers loving Glee? Wasn't that your thing? Your generation? Oh, I don't know.
I can't take credit for Glee.
Hey, you can try, though. Yeah. Well, okay, so...
Glee? I prefer Ugly. Ugly Betty.
Oh, love that show. You're a big Ugly Betty head, aren't you?
Betty.
That's the thing. We were talking about fucking Avatar for a second in that Future Man show. James Cameron plays a huge not him, but like the person James Cameron plays a big role in it, and it's very silly when they uncover it.
Is that's Seth Rogen's show, right?
He's like a producer of it, but it's people in his production house that created it, people that they raised up. But I gushed about it last week. I did not watch it forever because I was like, I don't think I'm going to fucking like this. But I do love it. It's exactly...
Seth Rogen might be like the hardest working stoner
in
the
for
world.
Sure, yeah.
He's got his finger in so many different pies and producing stuff and just
He's one of those people that
writing.
I like him. So a lot of times when people get to a certain status, it's like I can't fucking have an opinion anymore on this one. But I feel like he's interesting enough. I like the way that he'll fucking direct message to Donald Trump's kids on Twitter and be like, you suck, dude.
He liked my Predator video.
He did like your Predator video. Yeah.
He's also broke the internet twice.
Why?
Uh,
yeah, that picture of him with the milk glass on his ass and the fucking champagne bottle.
no,
That was Kim.
Oh, but he both made a bunch of people realize retroactively that one, you can control the ducks in Duck Hunt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He broke that.
Yeah.
Big
Or
one.
at least turned people onto the fact that
Yeah.
the second controller can control the way the ducks go, and let a lot of people know that Angels with Dirty Wings
Is not.
is not an old movie.
Yeah.
The movie within a movie from Home Alone.
Oh.
Where he's
But
like,
I feel like both of those things were kind of already known. I think he just made him the most popular. I'm not taking that away from him.
I know a lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah.
shit.
He broke the internet.
He I was walking down the
And then Ralph did it.
Yeah.
Ralph, that guy's wrecking fucking everything. You guys are talking about the governor of Virginia, right? With the, I was walking.
Ralph Rex, Virginia.
I was walking down the street in Vancouver, and there's like
Washington or Canada?
Vancouver, Canada. Have you been to Vancouver?
Very little.
Okay. Do you know where? Are you familiar with the gas? What is it? The gas?
No.
Fuck. They got like their fancy ass little district. It's called like the Gas Light
Light?
or the Gas Lamp or something. Gas Town. That's what it's called. And I was walking down that block, and there's all these shops and stuff like that were
Wait,
closed.
what's it
during
called?
that. Gas Town. Yeah,
Oh, it was great in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Put a pin in that. I got a fun thing to say about that too. But I was walking through Gastown, and there's like a shop that's like an old photo, like a photography studio, and in the window they have like a bunch of just fucking headshots and shit like that, and it's like all headshots of people from like now, like senior photo type headshots,
Right,
or like
right.
commercial actors, but then they have it's all these photos from like 2018. And then they just have one photo of like 17-year-old Seth Rogen from like 1999. And he's like, his hair's all poofed up, and he's like, and it was his comedy headshot when he did stand up when he was in high school.
Yeah.
And I love that this place is like, well, we took it. We can't not show this one. Yeah, it doesn't fit with the rest anymore, but I thought that was great. Also,
Yeah. Also in favor of Seth Rogen, that he's been writing shit and working on shit since he was like fucking 16.
yeah. You don't have a big feud going with Seth Rogen, right? I guess we
well,
didn't bring
I
it up.
really
You know what I
can't
mean?
talk
I didn't want
about
to
it.
do.
Also,
Well, I know you and Evan hate each other, but
he's probably got one of the best average scores on Rotten Tomatoes of any comedic actor in history.
Is that true?
Yeah?
I believe that. Yeah.
Everything comes in at like 70%.
yeah.
All the time.
I think he's very. I don't know. And I'm not a hater. I'm not one of those fucking. I got
Bill?
some punk rock bullshit in me, but I don't. When people get really to a certain status, sometimes it's hard to get into
yeah.
it. So just like the Fast and the Furious movies, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think I can jump in. I'm thinking I'm not gonna. But for him, for whatever reason, I've always given him a pass. I think he seems pretty legit, And this Future Man show, I think, is pretty good. I don't want to give it too much of credit until they give us a paycheck, you know what I mean? Or let me write an episode. That'd be really cool of them.
That's a cool level of success where you're just like, I don't know, this sounds cool. I'll make that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It literally
He did that with
funds
what? Preacher?
Preacher,
Yeah.
and he's doing another one too. That's another like indie comic that their production house is making, and I think they worked with.
Man, he's taking the Wahlberg route.
Yeah, but like the arty route, Wouldn't that be great if he starts making fucking Seth Rogen burgers? His idiot brother we've never heard of starts making burgers. Ugh. That'd be the weirdest. Okay, let's talk about something other than Seth Rogen for a little bit.
Okay.
When you're a kid growing up, let me ask you about snacks. Were you a big snack head? You big eating food all the time?
I got a weird. I'm weird about food.
I love it. Me too. What do you got? Tell me. Explain how you're
my
weird about food.
thing is that so like I read a thing once where it was apparently there's like a hormone in your brain that makes you hungry, and that's like how humans survive.
Sure.
I'm sure I'm butchering this, and that's
No,
not
it sounds like fact.
But
You're a
the
scientist.
theory was that maybe people with obesity have too much of this hormone in their brain.
Okay.
And I wonder if I don't have enough of it. Because I just don't really get hungry very often.
Okay.
My big thing is, I talked about this on stage a little bit, but I took human growth hormone for years.
Damn.
So
HGH?
Yeah, man, the big HGH.
Oh boy. That was what they called you in wrestling, right? The big HGH?
Exactly. No, I'm like 6 feet, and I was supposed to be like 5'2".
Mhm.
So I'm like I got like an extra 10 inches.
Wait, is that real?
That's real.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, man.
I was just not listening. I took a drink of my orange juice, realized it was empty.
Is
and
that
then-
why you like Mario so much?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like basically I got my super mushroom.
Did you say that you were supposed to be 5'2"?
5'2"?
And then taking HGH made you tall as shit?
Yeah. I do this bit on stage where I have a cardboard cutout of myself at 5'2", and I make fun of it.
That's insane. Did it ruin like your balls fall off or anything like that? Or you got any weird?
One of my balls fell off.
Because you're not bald either. For some reason I always associate
Did
HGH
you like
with
outgrow
baldness.
your hair?
Yeah.
That's how it happens sometimes.
Your whole fucking face is like tight because your skin doesn't grow, just your bones. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah,
when
man.
was that?
That was when I was
When he was younger.
yeah. It must have
Well,
been
I
like-
understand that, but was it on? Did you do that Were you trying to become a big buff motherfucker,
No,
or was
no,
you
it was
were you
so
abusing
juicy.
drugs? Yeah, like I'm curious.
Beefcake.
Did a doctor be like, we need to give Jeremy some of this because, goddamn, we can't have him be 5'2"?
Yeah.
Or was it like, hey, my
went
friends put
to-
this in a water bottle and I chug
Yeah,
it?
exactly. No,
Okay,
it was
cool.
like Space Jam.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But it
Michael
turned out it was
Secret
actually
stuff,
just
dude.
water. I believed in myself.
Yeah.
That's how I
whoa,
grew.
that's crazy. I love it also that you're very confused and this is just puberty happening and you think this is what it is. I swear to God, I was just a little kid. My voice was different.
Wayne Knight wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah.
No, I went to my neighbor went to an endocrinologist in the city, and they recommended it because I was like really like too tiny.
Yeah.
And I went, and they were like, yeah, like they did some tests, and they're like, your growth, like my natural growth hormone, like wasn't like working properly.
Sure.
And they were like, we could take these shots. So I took like shots in my leg, and I remember they showed me my height and weight charts, and I was negative percentile, which literally I don't know what that means. Like,
Yeah,
that
that's
breaks
weird.
my brain to think about. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what negative
That's terrible, yeah.
percentile is. But yeah, so I took shots every night. I took food. I took medicine to make me eat more.
Damn.
You know, it's a nostalgia thing. When I was very, very young, I couldn't eat enough, and I was really into the Gargoyles TV show.
Yeah.
So when I was like, must have been like 5 or 6 or 7, my parents used to make me take gargoyle bites of food.
Oh.
So I was like the gargoyles.
What's a gargoyle bite?
Just a big ass bite?
Just real big.
Love it.
Yeah, but you
Love
get to
it.
like play into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Have
purple,
fun with your food.
And
You
then
press-
I turned back to stone.
You press the tape player and Jonathan Frakes starts talking to you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. God damn, that's very interesting. Now, and you still don't give a fuck about food then?
No,
It's
I
still
never
like
really-
it's like a literally a brain thing.
I feel like if I could like flip a switch to never have to eat ever again in my life, I would do it.
Wait,
Just go Soylent, man.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Why don't you just go to like a drinking system then
I
like that
could.
and say smooth and slick and
Yeah, you
do
can buy Soylent on
It
Amazon.
looks
That's
so
all you need.
nasty though.
It
just
is.
because you don't get hungry,
I get hungry, but like.
but you like is there food you like? Can you be like, yeah, give me a
I'm
fucking
I'm not like anti-food, but like I feel like people love food.
Oh,
Yeah.
they do.
Well, there's a difference between hunger and like taste is what
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's what I'm trying to get to. Like you might not be like, oh, I'm starving, but if somebody put a fucking cheesecake in front of you, you'll be like, I like a cheesecake. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like I a lot of times I'll like have to remember to eat something.
Oh yeah.
Like I haven't eaten anything today. It's pretty
No
late.
shit. Wow. That's crazy. I have a half.
Hopefully your mom's not listening to this podcast.
I got a little bag of Doritos over here if you want to
No,
one
good.
or two. You know, nacho cheese, of course. What's that?
Oh, they have flaming hot nacho cheese. Finally, now I saw a commercial.
Finally.
Hoping to get some for the game today.
Oh
Anyways.
yeah, sure. Okay, so you're growing up. You're fucking Long. I love it. I love that you're in Long Island and that you did come here because that's the thing I think we've hit a lot. No,
So you. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, I'm all for it. I had nothing. I was just talking. I was hoping words were gonna come. I'm all for it.
Oh, so what video games were you playing?
Oh
as a
yeah.
kid?
Sick.
You know what was my big video game as a kid was Halo 3.
Oh, yeah?
I was
Wow.
obsessed with Halo. I was a
That's
kid.
hilarious. That's like of the
So you-
Halos, the one I fucking have the least knowledge on.
Really?
I'm
So you were
interested,
the
yeah.
little kid pissing
Oh,
people
yeah.
off, talking
Oh,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
I had I modded my Xbox too, so when I played Halo 2, I couldn't play online. I had to play on this like special thing called Xbox Connect
Oh,
for like other
weird.
people who
Yeah.
modded. Because like I would you really gotta get my dad on the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Dad!
we had this thing where he modded it so that you could just download games onto it.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow,
that's cool.
That's
So,
awesome.
it was the summer where fucking Blockbuster had that deal where you could just like
The
go
Game Pass.
Yeah. So
I-
every single day I
Oh,
went
yeah.
and I installed 2 games and then I would go back.
So in that era, I worked at Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah?
And my roommate worked at Blockbuster. So we both worked there. So we got 5 free rentals. This is all alleged, by the way, although I think that company fell
Yeah,
apart.
of
So they
course.
can't.
I did
Somebody
nothing
owns
illegal.
Blockbuster, dude.
But so
Be
we-
I'm
careful.
joking about everything illegal I said.
We both, you never took HGH. We took, we both worked there. So we had 5 free rentals a week.
Uh-huh.
And then our other roommate bought the movie pass. So he would get
sick.
2 free movies a day. And so over the course of 1 month, we would take them home, burn them, and put them on our
Yeah.
computer. So I literally have on in a DVD in a like a little album, like every movie released between 2000 and 2004 because we just burned everything, like sequels for movies I've never heard of and stuff like that. The Boondock Saints movies
I don't
and
know.
shit,
Wow.
like things
I
I
don't
never.
know how they were making money back then. Because
Well-
they also had Blockbuster Online,
Well, the Blockbuster Online started because
where
they
every
fucked
time
over
you
the
got
Netflix.
something in the mail,
Yeah,
you could take that to the store,
yeah. And I was really good at selling
drop
that
it
shit.
off, and fucking check out a new movie.
I was really good at explaining to people the scam, the idea of it. I would
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
because I would tell people like I'd tell your dad or
Yeah, it was
whatever.
beyond rewards.
I'd be like, listen, you got a kid, you can get 2 games
Right.
every day. Okay, I'll charge your card right now, or I'll charge you for a month, And then literally you can look over at the counter, I'll cancel your card, and you have 30 days to steal as many games as you want. And so I would do it.
Like, I would do that stuff, and it was so obvious we were stealing stuff, but the people at Blockbuster, they don't give a fuck.
We were in the heyday.
They're making fucking $10.
And
maybe
there was
then.
this is too, maybe we talked about this on our Blockbuster episode, because you worked there too. But like, you weren't there at this time, though. You were there with the VHS time still, right? But
we had a small DVD section that we transitioned in while I was there.
And this shows why they failed. They had everything was, we're thinking about the end of the day, not the end of the month. So like everything was like, make sales now, make sales now. So we would make all these sales, and then like 2 weeks later, they'd be like, why is nobody renting stuff? And it's like, because I turned our whole store into getting 2 free DVDs a day.
Because some kid just downloaded every video game in their collection.
Exactly. And then 2 months later, nobody needs to come in because they own it all. It's, that's great.
Yeah.
So then you had all those just saved on your modded Xbox.
And that's the best way to find games that like, there's so many games I loved as a kid I don't remember the name of.
Sure. Yeah.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
I was really big into Cell Damage, which is a game that no one has ever
heard of it. Yeah.
It's
that's what you were doing with the HGH to your body, I think, actually.
Cell Damage.
Yeah.
Well, every video game cell damage if you're attacking it.
Thank you.
That's so true.
God, we're poignant. Cell Damage. What else you got?
Cell Damage was a game where it was like one of those vehicular, combat games where you drive around
like a heavy metal
or Twisted Metal.
Like Twisted
there we
Metal.
go.
You son of a bitch.
But it was like the gist of the game was that it was a reality TV show.
Oh,
like they were all on a TV show, and they were all like goofy, and they were all like pun names. Like there was
nice.
There was like an offensively gay dinosaur, whose name was like T-Rex, and like it was like that whole thing.
WRECKS.
Yeah. And they had like you could hear the snaps.
Yeah, and
Truckosaurus.
like, I'm a T-Rex.
Yeah,
and it was like this is weird.
I gotta call the cops. That's fine. And then, what was your Halo 3?
Halo 3 was my shit, and I feel like there's just a game that you could like hang out with your friends. You know what I mean? Because they had like Forge mode.
Yeah.
Where you could just like people would do like role playing in Forge mode, which is so weird. But we did all
how do you do that?
Because people would just like you could just build like a house
Mm-hmm.
in Forge mode and like pretend.
That's great.
That's like that's how
like
those
early
games
Minecraft.
Yeah.
See, Halo for me, it was like just.
Isn't that what your mom always says? Halo. It's a reference to the podcast. Jed knows. You can talk
Or
about
that Halo joke was a little over my head. But, there we go. Halo for me though, like it was like the next evolution of GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
That was the first one. So we were playing the shit out of that, and it was just a group of friends in a house. And then Halo 2 came out, and I went from being like the 4th best person in the house to like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like I remember we were playing one of our first games online that somebody just found their way into, and they just like killed everybody.
Yeah.
They were sniping them off our whole game out. Left and right. We couldn't fucking find the fucker.
It's why I can play Madden online now, but I can't play any first-person shooter or anything else. Like the idea of playing Fortnite is so horrific to me.
I love
like,
Fortnite.
I would just be so dead because I'm so far behind on all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I can play Madden because Madden hasn't changed in 15 years.
Yeah, no,
really,
they haven't had to. They got a monopoly on this.
So Halo 1 and Halo 2, I loved those. And Halo 1, I was great, but it's like kind of like you were saying. But I was that person that was good with the pistol, and then they changed the pistols and all got changed. But we were playing like LAN parties where it was always people you were with. It was your friends.
Yeah.
But then as soon as somebody started playing online, I was like, I'm out. I can't fucking deal with this.
Yeah.
But my fun thing, and I talked about this on our Xbox episode. I thought it was always funny when we do LAN parties. I would be Pink Bunny Girl was my name. My character was Pink because everybody that played Halo was just so misogynistic, and they'd just be like, "Who the fuck is this bitch?" And they'd be yelling because they'd be on one floor, and I'd be upstairs like, "Whose sister's playing?" And I'm like, social norms. You're a piece of shit. I'm not gonna let you talk to my sister.
Did you just assume my sprites?
Yeah. But goddamn it, I loved the first 2 Halos. They changed everything.
Halo 3 is great.
Yeah, and then I never played. I played Halo 2. My roommate, who I think allegedly later became a child molester, he owned it, but he worked nights. And so I would play it during the day when he was at work. And then at night, I guess he was, doing his own thing.
Peter Jackson was supposed to have made a Halo movie
Yeah,
for
remember that?
ever.
But then it became District 9.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, that was Neil Blomkamp was working on it with him. And then they like couldn't get it to work or whatever.
His last name sounds
That's
gross.
interesting.
It does sound gross.
Yeah, I liked.
So does his filmography after District 9.
Can I ask you? Is District 9 hold up? Not that it's a million years old.
Actually,
I loved
a few
it.
weeks ago.
Is it good?
You know, it's good, but my critique of it would be that it's so clearly like about violence being bad, and then the end is a big violent set piece that's like so glorifying the violence that they're like criticizing.
Sure,
but it's pretty cool.
Special effects
I loved it.
Still look good for the bug people.
Yeah,
not terrible. It's so on the nose too. Like it's so on the nose.
It's the first movie. Wasn't that his first screenplay? Maybe, or am I wrong?
I don't know.
Or whoever wrote the screenplay's first screenplay, which would make sense if it's so on the nose, because a lot of times your first thing is always really, you know. But I just remember loving that and I think that was the latter days of me working at Blockbuster and it coming out of nowhere because we never heard of it.
Yeah.
Plus,
so
had a really cool ad campaign.
Yeah, whereas like the news stories and stuff, like it was real. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I love good ARG.
Yeah.
Stuff.
You ever see Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
I think it had a lot of great shit like that. Like where
love Starship
me
Troopers.
too. It felt
That
so
movie
real.
holds up 100%.
And they do a bunch of sequels too.
That movie gets better.
It might
I mean,
actually
that's
be
just
better now.
Yeah.
those Paul Verhoeven movies.
Yeah.
just get better because like the time you're watching it years after you first watch it, and you're like, wait a minute, we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
But like the entire movie is propaganda, so it sells it to like all that whole like just blew my mind.
Yeah.
I'm watching this shit, seen this movie 15 fucking times, and sat down and rewatched it like years later. And it's like, oh, we're the bad guys.
Yeah, totally, it's spot on.
Yeah,
it's
and it's all propaganda telling us that the bugs are the bad guys.
Yeah, there's in the second movie. So they made the second movie, and it's not great, but Catherine Dean isn't in it. And then the third movie, he's like not in it. But then the fourth movie, he's back, and you're like, oh, buddy, that's not good.
Also, like, what was Casper Van Diem doing where he was just like
Solo? I think
turning down.
I think he was in the Mario Van Peebles.
I think
Solo
he was like
movie.
a Hercules maybe once too.
Maybe.
On a director, but
Yeah.
like. Why is he? He's like doing more artistic stuff, and he's like, I don't want to be known as a Starship Trooper guy.
Yeah, which is so funny.
Which is funny because he is.
Yeah,
that's the other thing that's.
I was in love with that girl in there too, the redheaded girl. She was like my first
Danny
huge crush.
Mayer or whatever.
I don't know her name, but she was like my first big crush when I was a kid.
Everybody in that movie's beautiful.
Yeah,
because again, it's driving that whole.
And they're all naked in the shower together, and it's like, this is what it could be like. I go to my mom in the kitchen. I'm like, Mom, we could all shower naked together. And she's like, we got to get you some more friends. You know?
Michael Ironside.
Yeah. And he got his fucking arms, his wings snapped off. Yeah, that's good.
Fighting bugs.
Fighting fucking bugs, man. I loved it. I loved that movie. I heard there's a book about it, too. I never read it.
A book about the movie?
No.
The book famously is the opposite message, though. So like, he wrote the book, and it's like a pro-war book, and then Paul Verhoeven was like, "This would be great if I made it satirical."
Oh, very much like MASH. MASH was like that. Yeah,
he loved doing that shit. Because I mean, fucking RoboCop.
Yeah,
is like the movie. Like RoboCop the bad guys have already won.
Yeah,
that movie's great.
At the beginning and at the end, the bad guy, evil has already won.
Right.
Fucking Delta City is going to happen. It's RoboCop is nothing.
Paul Verhoeven grew up like through the Holocaust, right?
Probably, that makes sense.
I think he's somewhere in like Austria or something.
Yeah,
I read about the Holocaust. That shit was bad.
No nostalgia for the Holocaust.
And these are movies that on the surface are supposed to be Fast 7.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah,
RoboCop is supposed to be Fast and the
Is
Furious.
anything doing that?
It's fucking RoboCop, but then it goes and talks about how fucking the news is just people doing all these nice pieces that aren't real, and it's beautiful people talking about this bullshit, and it's all it's corporate advertising and corporate interest controlling us as people.
Is anything doing that now? Is any films now like doing that? Like,
well,
big,
I mean,
it's
making
it look like it's a big ass.
All of the newer Marvel films has some pretty heavy themes.
You're right, like Black Panther and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
The anti-colonialism and Thor Ragnarok,
You're right,
which is also interesting because Taika Waititi or whatever, obviously being New Zealand has a lot of that in his history. And
you're
stuff.
right.
And like
that, so that's a good example of that.
Most of the newer Disney stuff are trying to go for heavy themes. Like,
well, Last Jedi, I guess, had a lot of really good. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So like that is still happening.
Or Zootopia, even.
Yeah. But not. I guess it wasn't as like undertoned as. I guess RoboCop was like gritty and like it's not like the biggest picture in the world.
Yeah.
So, but I still that's cool. I like that. I like when you can take art and actually kind of do something with it. I mean, I'm not going to do it myself. You know, that's not
no.
for me. You know,
Just
I
go
like
for that fucking laugh.
You know me, cum jokes, and that's it. You know, sometimes I'll do a callback to a cum joke. That's about it. God
My cum jokes are about society. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, and in every drop of cum, there is a society if you think about it. You know.
Oh my god!
I'd like you to think about it, please. You know.
Yeah.
Like
like that Simpsons episode about the tooth.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
That the Twilight Zone
or the
ripped
Futurama episode about Bender having the city on his back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
or the cat's necklace in Men in Black.
Oh yeah, and the song from Men in Black. Here comes the Men in Black. That's what they're talking about.
And they're coming in it.
They are.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a big jizz fest, that movie.
You ever seen the South Park where they find out that Earth is a television series?
Yeah.
No.
And it's going to get canceled?
Oh, goddamn.
It's one of the best episodes, and at least for me. And one of the scenes is two aliens having sexual relations with each other, but they're able to get away with it because it's two aliens. So one of them reaches around. He's like, start stroking my narfark. And then he reaches around to this guy's chest and he's like,
jacking off
so
something
weird.
that's kind of
but
like
they're
a
able
cock.
to get away with it because it's aliens.
Yeah, I love it. Oh,
That's
boy.
funny.
You ever seen porn? That shit's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was watching that Harry Potter movie, I tweeted this, but I thought it was very fun. When they first showed Voldemort, I just looked over at my wife and I was like, ooh, never good when that fucker shows up in a movie. I think that's so funny, the idea of some dolt just being like, watching every movie just hoping Voldemort don't show up.
Yeah, like, is Voldemort in that one? I'm not going to.
Oh, boy, I don't know. What are you guys going to watch tonight?
You can't tell because they never say his name.
Thank you. Right?
Yeah.
I was
I
wondering,
like
Mike.
the idea of him making his own edit. It's like, finally.
Yeah.
I made my Harry Potter non-Voldemort edit.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Emmett.
Oh, that'd be fun. I wonder if Topher Grace ever edited all the Harry Potter movies together to make one cut that he likes, you know? He famously did that with the Star Wars, you know? That'd be fun. He's like, it turns out it's all just shots of Hermione, and you're like, ooh, we gotta watch out for Topher. This fucker's weird. As soon as she turns 14 and nothing, it's just none of her again. You're like, yeah, Jesus Christ, what was happening on that 70s show set? All those fuckers are gross, except for Ashton. Of course, he's saving us from child sex
Hell
slavery.
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Iowa, baby.
Is that true?
Yeah.
He's trying to stop child sex slavery, yeah.
He's
a
like
good guy.
He's like one of the preeminent sources.
Oh, wow.
For,
But
like,
in all fairness, no offense, Ashton, you did marry Jackie, who was 13 when you were 20 and that show started. So,
All right, that's a little,
yeah, but he also married Demi Moore, so I think it kind of evens.
you're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. It's like a spectrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a spirograph.
But
if
I guess
you will.
like the FBI contacts Ashton Kutcher to get details about child abduction rings.
he self-funds a bunch of shit.
because that's like his thing.
He said I heard him say in an interview that he's like, I know the ranch isn't art, but with what I can do with the money from it, and people do like it.
Yeah.
Good for
It's
him.
kind
People
of
like seeing Sam Elliott, you know?
He's also weirdly, he's one of those people that's like, I love this show has just become, let's talk about celebrities that we don't hate, you know? But like he also does stuff where he he's very hands-on with the world, with his business world and stuff like that. So
It's just those
he makes
strong
stuff he wants to
Midwest
make.
values.
He puts money places he wants to make. Yeah. You ever been to his hometown or a homestead? It's up by the Manna colonies. We drove through it. They have a big fucking sign that's like home of Ashton Kutcher.
I know.
Which is funny because he's got a twin brother that probably still lives there. Just to see that every fucking day.
I know they announce
Same face, just doesn't have the talent.
They announce him almost every time he's ever been at an Iowa Hawkeye game.
Yeah.
They're just like, and let's hear it for that 70s show star, Ashton Kutcher.
Well, from Dude, Where's My Car? And his name's Christopher. And I heard Mila Kunis say that if you call him Ashton, back in Iowa, around his family, they're all fucking shitty to you. They're like, ooh, Ashton. Hey, it's like, fuck you. I'm Mila Kunis, asshole.
Were you a big sitcom kid growing up? You attached to any of those?
I don't know. You know, when I was in high school, there was the Thursday night NBC lineup. That was a thing.
Office.
Oh, yeah.
Office, 30 Rock, Community, Parks and Rec. Was
Yeah.
Hard to fuck with that one.
That's
right
that
there.
was tight. It's funny how much 90s must-see TV gets all this credit with with Seinfeld, and I guess that's kind of it because nobody cares about Mad About You or Caroline in the City or any of that shit anymore. Or Friends, I guess, was huge, but that was really that's the one.
That's four good shows.
Not only that, but those are all going on at about the same time that internet is starting
Yeah.
to like really distract people from
Yeah.
watching anything
Well-
like that. So like we haven't had much event TV
Right.
in the last decade and a half.
Scrubs was on the forefront of doing cool shit when it was in
Scrubs
that,
is on there too. Yeah.
Yeah, when Scrubs was in that block, they were doing cool shit where you could literally go online and download commentary tracks. Or you wouldn't download, you'd stream them off NBC.com. So you would watch the episode on TV because they didn't have it together yet where you could stream the episode, but you could watch the episode on TV and press play on your computer and listen to it.
Right.
And you could listen to the cast or whatever. And then all of those went to the DVDs. So that's where the
pretty
DVD
cool.
tracks. Yeah. So I just remember that was like the next, you could watch that episode on TiVo it and the next day listen to that. That was
That's
cool.
why Community, they released the pilot of it like way before it
Oh,
came
yeah,
out.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I got into it. I was
Yeah.
like obsessed with Donald Glover. And
Sure,
I was,
sure.
would watch anything.
Well, if you're at
he
the
was in.
UCB when you were a kid.
Pro
Yeah,
Rape
yeah.
and what was his
Also,
channel?
not something
Derek
to read
Comedy?
about. Yeah, Derek Comedy.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'd like to always just again
I just-
stress my
Oh, yeah.
YouTube account is older than both Bo Burnham's and Donald
Really?
Glover's. Yeah,
Damn.
my I had one viral hit that was The Adventures of Jesus and Hitler. The
pretty
idea was
fun.
that Jesus and Hitler were best friends,
My-
and a lot of Nazis got into it, so I had to hide the video. So we're in a strange time.
My viral video was Fukudome's first home run.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We were always trying. Didn't Seth Rogen's retweet that though? Just like your
Yeah.
Those television shows though are so good. I like.
It's crazy to think how old they are now, too.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
watched The Office a lot.
Community's been off the air for a while.
Yeah. I watched.
5 years almost now.
I watched The Office a lot. My wife watches Parks and Rec all the time still.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
Each and
It's
every
weird.
one of those shows are great still
Mm-hmm.
to just watch. And even though serialized TV was like really big at the time,
Right.
you can still watch pretty much all those shows. Just pick an episode
Yeah.
randomly and be fine.
And I love the worlds they created, like all the people like Michael Schur and all the people that came out of those. Greg Daniels was already doing it, but like I like the stuff that all those fuckers have gone on to create and stuff like that. I think is really good. You did say you used to come back in the city and go to UCB and stuff like that. Were you taking classes when you were a kid, or were you just going to shows?
I was just going to like college humor and shit.
So
that.
like who was
That
so
my-
like were you
my-
seeing fuckers when they were like
a little bit?
big-
Yeah.
like, were you-
College Humor was the show. My friend and I used to go like every month to College
Yeah.
Humor. And they used to have like comics. We would see like Hannibal Buress.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, this guy's like Mitch Hedberg.
Sure,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, all those guys.
That fucker lives on the train. Marin's gonna talk about it in 8 years.
You know who I saw twice at UCB? Once at UCB and once at the Gramercy Theater, just because they were surprise special guests, was Auto-Tune the News.
Oh yeah.
And both times we were like, who the fuck cares?
That's so funny. It's funny to think that those were people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't just that YouTube thing that everybody shared, you know?
It wasn't funny. They're not
Yeah.
comedians.
No,
though.
no.
As far as I know, they just they just edited videos.
Baby YouTube is just so
Yeah.
interesting to watch, like, and just remembering how you used it too, and like the shit you watched.
Yeah.
Like we're doing a Lost episode.
Wait, we're doing a Lost episode?
Yeah.
I hope you find it.
I'll be
And
thank you so much. That's good.
For a lot of our shows, I'll go online and watch stuff about.
Yeah, me too. I do homework too.
Yeah. And Lost, it's impossible to find anything about it
Right.
that isn't 9 years old, 8 years old, because all of that shit was coming out when it was coming out. So everything is that classic original editing version of YouTube where people aren't making videos.
Right.
They're making stills with music.
Yeah. There's
Because
none
you're
of
doing-
that,
yeah,
hey guys, like and subscribe.
Yeah. It's
before
because
all
it's
that.
the first like
Yeah.
editing software people had
Mhm.
where they would just like, here's a picture of Saeed and now we're giving facts.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I used to make those videos.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
where it's just like you're pausing and you're typing over it and you're picking the
used to do that
music.
too, yeah.
And it's like
Just
just,
you open up WordPad.
yeah.
Yeah, baby.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's baby. And everything had that blue background.
Yeah.
When you cut to the words and stuff and you do your wipes.
Fantastic. Yeah, I do my wipes.
You know who's great on YouTube now is my favorite YouTuber is Captain Disillusion.
Whoa,
And
never heard of this.
He's really look him up. But if you go back, he's been on YouTube for like 10 years, and his early videos are almost identical to how they are now.
Oh, that's
really
fun.
cool to be
you
like-
really
He,
found
like-
it and stuck with
yeah.
it. I love that.
He's the best. His
God.
whole shtick is like he does like almost a pseudo like PBS kind of like kid show,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like for adults, and he like disproves viral videos.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's fun.
See, I wish I could have been in the filmmaking
I know.
Yeah.
when YouTube broke.
My
know.
fucking
All
literally.
these people that just found the right audience and just like they don't
So-
even have a lot of YouTubers too don't even have like good content.
No.
They just have interesting take or
Well, I
facts
never
and stuff.
Or would do just like shitty sketches.
Yeah.
Like, I'd watch like old like Lisa Nova and all this like stuff.
I just watch like an annoying person, but they're giving facts that I like. So I'm just gonna keep watching the was it the Nostalgia Critic or something?
Yeah.
Where it's just like this guy.
Well, that's why, like, from this show, I was never in. I was like, I loved YouTube for what I used for sketches and stuff like that, and watching old videos or something. But doing this show, Ream got me into stuff like Movie Bob and Nostalgia Critic and gaming historian stuff. And so now I like those, but it's like, and this is also kind of like a trope. A lot of people make the joke of like, this is my impression of a YouTube celebrity. It's like, hi guy, blah, blah.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, but it's like literally that's like nails on a chalkboard, and that's what the younger, like my nephews, that's all that's what they're into, you know?
Yeah.
These fuckers, that's why some of these like YouTube people can go like sell out the Laugh Factory in Chicago.
Right.
And they don't do comedy. They just kind of go out on stage, everybody, all these teenagers scream, and it's like, it's weird.
Or the Twitch stars.
Twitch stars, same thing, yeah. At least they're so a lot of times playing a game.
Right.
So there's like something there, but then when they go do live shows, what the fuck are they doing, you know?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like the Wizard.
More comedians should get on Twitch, though. I feel like that's like an untapped comedy market.
100%.
For our show...
I've theorized, but I've never made it that far.
It's
I
hard
would love
to do. It's
yeah.
I've done it a few times, and like...
Didn't you, am I wrong? Didn't you guys run a show?
Yeah, we run a show every now and then. It's called Land Party.
That's right, where you guys do it on Twitch. Yeah,
because everything... I mean, I've wanted to do like a comedians playing Mario on a couch, basically.
Yeah.
But Twitch, and it's just people playing.
It's fun.
Fucking old school 8-bit games, because you know...
Yeah,
I think those games evoke more emotion than fucking anything that any of these immersive games that people play now.
Well, for us at least.
No, for anybody,
maybe.
Man.
But I know for me, when I have that, because I have this nostalgic connection where, like, I'll go watch some asshole I don't know and I don't care about beat Metroid because I never beat Metroid when I was a kid. And so as soon as we get past the part that I could never get past when I was 4, I'm all in. I'm like, oh my God, what happens next? I love it. It's very, I don't know. Our artist that does the posters for our Jackknife show, he's now been drawing them on Twitch, and that's fucking
really
rad.
Cool. Those are good posters.
And
too.
thank you. Yeah, he tweets
it
it out,
it's a
and then
drug
he just
too.
Twitch.
Yeah, I did it all on Twitch.
Yeah. I was doing on Twitch the other day, doing my HGHD, you know, putting him. I'm trying to get taller. My friend Jeremy told me about it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but my balls shrunk. Goddamn. Well, okay. So before we leave, I wanted to ask you this real question. Quick question, because you were talking about growing up in Long Island, and you're on this time.
Yes.
Were you have a big music head?
No, not
because
really.
I know you since you were over the Hard Times, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
You know? And that's very musical stuff. That's fine. I love that. I love being a fraud. But I don't even like the nostalgia stuff. You know, I'm reading off a script.
Right.
But Mario, am I saying that right?
Meticulously written.
Yeah. The Long Island had such a big music. Were you ever any of that, or
I wasn't really into music that much.
No,
as a kid,
really.
You know, that's where I feel like as a high school student, I made like a conscious decision to be like into comedy.
That's rad.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like that kid who, I mean, kind of sucked, but like knew all the words to like every Lonely Island song.
Yeah.
Oh man,
See, that's funny because like
Incredibad though.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
I don't know
so you were also on Hot Rod. From Go, then.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when it came out in theaters and all that stuff.
Yeah, Hot Rod and MacGruber are like two of the biggest like missed comedies of like
but Hot
SNL
Rod,
and the odds.
People of your generation, because we've had a lot of people on this show that are around your age that like Hot Rod is the touchstone.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't have known that. I loved it and I watched it and stuff, but I didn't know that it's like the way
I
people
love Hot Rod.
Yeah. So with the early YouTube stuff, there was like a golden age of like YouTube sketch comedy. Mm-hmm. So there was like Derek Comedy, Britannic, Magic Hugs, Lonely Island, and like maybe a few others that were like really good. Good Neighbor stuff, and now they're
Good
all
Neighbors,
famous.
yeah, and it's rad. I kind of like that. Like I like that. I'll root for that. Like the Good Neighbors people writing for SNL or being on SNL, and like the College Humor people writing. I root for that. But when you see fucker, and no, I mean I don't want to. Good on you for getting success, but it's so weird when it's somebody who gets fucking huge and they don't. They're just like. An internet celebrity, an internet personality, and they're not really doing anything artistic or something, not to work, and then they fucking fly, and you're like, what? It's like all that shit that's happening with the fuck Jerry stuff now. It's it's like, what the hell is this? Where's the draw? And I don't know. It's very, very weird.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And that's why I'm running for Congress, guys, because we're gonna fucking fix this shit. But no music. You into music now? You got a favorite band? Who's your favorite?
You know
band?
who my favorite band is right now is Jeff Rosenstock.
Love it.
I'm obsessed with Jeff Rosenstock.
That was my album of the year in 2018. His album,
it was so good.
so good.
What was your first band, T?
My first band T-shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm wearing a band T-shirt right now.
Who's that?
I'm wearing Always.
Always. Yeah, wait.
They're great.
Oh, yeah, with the V's, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
My first show I ever went to in high school was Matt and Kim.
Oh, whoa, that's fun.
And I accidentally left I was so pumped to go, I guess. I accidentally left my car keys in my car with the car running in a Long Island train station.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was bad.
And they thought a 9/11 was happening.
And
so.
you just went to the show with your car
went
running?
to the show. I just didn't realize.
Thank God you didn't realize, though.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you just were like, well, I got a
It
show
might
to
be,
make it to.
you know what? It
might be there when we get back.
That was
You know what? It's March. It might be cold when I get back. Let's get this heat going. That's great. Yeah, I love Jeff Rosenstock. Have you listened to the Antarctico Vespucci stuff? Yeah, that's really fun. And he's someone who, friends of the show from your other old podcast, 1994, the podcast, Amy Bilancini had been telling me about him for years. I listened to it a couple times. I'm like, I can't get it.
He's a Long Island guy.
Yeah, but then the last album, when that dropped, I think Gondelman retweeted it and was like, this is great. And then I was like, I'll give it a try. And from the get-go, I was like, I get it. And then I went back to all the other stuff, and I'm like, I get it now. I just needed to be in the right spot for it.
I was similar.
So
In high school, I had a few friends that were like obsessed with Bomb the music industry.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
a town over, and they're like, this guy's just like making music by himself. And I was like, I couldn't get into it. And then a few years later, I got like super into it.
That's sort of how I felt with a lot of the Omaha Saddle Creek stuff, because I was big into music. You were talking about how you were into comedy. I feel like when I was a kid, if you were into music or comedy, you were kind of both. At least where I grew up. But I was in bands that were like wanting to be like Limp Bizkit or like even like more like Blink-182 stuff. But Bright Eyes and Cursive and all that stuff was also happening in Omaha. So you were like, every once in a while, people would be like diehard into them. And I'm like, yeah, but those are just those weird guys that are quiet, you know? I didn't know that they were fucking going on tour and headlining all around the country when I wasn't looking, you know? And then once college hit, I was like, well, now that's my favorite shit in the world. And I just squandered it when I was around it. Goddamn. Jeremy, thanks for doing the show, man. This was fucking fantastic. Now, the listeners, they love you. The NFers, they're on board. They've already subscribed to your bullshit, whatever it was. Mario Brothers loves it. Tell them where they can find you on the internet and all that kind of stuff. And how they can find your comedy and the stuff you do.
I'm on Twitter at Jeremy Smiles. When I first started doing comedy, I thought that Kaplowitz was too hard of a name. I was going to be Jeremy Miles.
That's so funny.
Jeremy Smiles is the only reason why that is that. And then, thehardtimes.net, stuff like that.
Cool. And Hard Drive.
Yes.
That's your baby.
With Lou Brutus.
And if you guys, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong in this, and I don't mean to, but I feel like the Hard Times is a little more, people know that. But the Hard Drive, I think, is great for our listener, because that's like more like video games, pop culture-y.
Nerd culture.
Not as music heavy driven stuff like that. So go check that out for sure. And then the podcast, of course, you can listen to that. And you got a website too. Is it jeremysmiles.com?
Just jeremykaplowitz.com.
Jeremy Kaplowitz.
Lizard People of New York is, infamously has ended. I
What's
got
that?
yelled. I had this.
Oh,
thing,
Lizard People of New York. Yeah.
So I can't plug that anymore.
Well, that's fine. You can just update your website bio then in that case, because that's on you.
Is it really on there?
Yeah.
It was the whole thing.
I do my work. Would you get sued?
No.
People in New York come at you?
I didn't want to do it anymore, and then for like a few years I was just posting jokes or whatever, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. It stresses me out. I'm just gonna change the name to Jeremy Kaplowitz. And it had 240,000 followers, and every single one of them got a notification that was like, Lizard People in New York says go fuck yourself. And I got like thousands of messages from people who were like, you're a piece of shit, like all this stuff. And so I like to joke that like,
that's your moth
story.
My
little joke is that I had 240,000 followers on Lizard People in New York, and now I'm at like 190,000. So I personally have negative 40,000 fans. And that's where I'm at.
That's great. Fantastic. Well, hey, thank you for being on the show.
I just hope with all your work with Lizard People in New York, you got paid scale.
$0.
What a tale. Ream, where can the listeners find you?
Me at Reamcore with a K.
RAMKORE.
That's right. Go fuck yourself. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what you
say.
He said that to him too.
Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
don't have any, so it's
Jeremy,
fine.
you're gonna hate this. He picked up those 40,000 you lost. They went right to Ream.
Listen, they're terrible people.
We're here to get fucked.
Yeah.
You can find me on the internet.
That's a good T-shirt.
What?
We're here to get fucked. I like that.
Yeah, that's my epitaph, baby.
Yeah.
Also, check out House of Bricks Comedy.
Yeah, baby.
Second Friday of every month.
Fuck
me,
yeah.
Gideon, and Hannah Boone will be bringing 4 of our favorite comics in the city doing longer sets. So that's
hell
dope.
yeah. Is that this week? Yeah.
Yes.
You got one this Friday. That's fantastic. And that's it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Listeners, you can follow me at Patrick Hasty. It's at PatrickHaste, PatrickHasty.com for all upcoming shows and dates and all that kind of stuff. There is fun stuff coming up. Just announced listeners in Minneapolis, I will be there April 12th and 13th, I think. I'll definitely plug it, I don't know, 1 million times because I'm so scared of not selling out. The Comedy Corner Underground, so make sure to look up that. Listen to the podcast. iTunes reviews. We told you guys last week we got a bunch of those new ones, and that's great. We'd like to get some more. Patreon. If you love the show and you want to support us, that's how we do it. You can give us $1, you can give us $5, you can give us $55,000, whatever you want to do. You get to see cool, fun king size episodes of our show. Tell your friends, be cool, never die, and remember, if you're not an NFer,
you're an MFer. So get the fuck out of here.
Welcome to BrainMachineNetwork.com.